Hey guys, so it is a Saturday. We've been back in school for a few weeks now and I am exhausted. And I was hoping to lay around and not do a whole lot today. However, so Austin's birthday is tomorrow and he has ruined the surprise for 2 presents now. So now I have to be extra and I am going to go and attempt my first time of making a tres leches cake. I will link in the iCard up above what video I watched to try to attempt this. We'll see how it goes, guys. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna be doing all day long because there's several steps to it. So I thought I'd take you along for this crazy ride as well. Why would she try so hard to do this? Well, one, because my husband is awesome and I feel like he deserves it, and 2, he always makes me such awesome like homemade gifts for birthdays and anniversaries and things like that. Like, look at our little clock up there. And then here's another one, hold on. I'm like, that's Bo. You know, our little Barker boy. So that one's Bo. He cut out that silhouette of him. And so again, that one's Bo. Bo. Hey, sweetie. And then Littlefoot and this giant banana. That's as big as him. He's like, hey guys. So yeah, that one there. So yeah, let's go to Walmart and start this day-long adventure of trying to make a homemade from scratch tres leches cake. Okay, so we are here at Walmart. Look at all this cute fall stuff that's out right now. Anyway, this is gonna be real awkward for me to film in here. One, because this is a really small town, so it's like people are gonna look at you weird for YouTubing anyway. But 2, because I have a lot of my students that actually work here, so they're probably gonna see me in the middle of vlogging. But hey, that's okay. All right, let's go. So this might turn into a fail already. So I'm looking for cake flour. Guys, we don't have that. Okay, I asked some lady and she found it. It's not the exact brand, but it should work. Next issue I'm having, I was told 1 can of Carnation's evaporated milk. That could be this one, or it could be this big one. So I guess we'll just buy both, see how it goes. Okay, again, not the brands I'm looking for, and I went to 3 different aisles looking for sweetened condensed milk. Guess where it was? Right above the Carnations. Oh my goodness, guys. Finally made it home. You can probably hear Littlefoot barking. Yeah, so that took way longer than it was supposed to. Now it's already almost 11. So if I wasn't already feeling like I was a little bit behind and rushing around today, then yeah, add that to it. Alright, so I'm finally ready to actually begin this process. I've got my really long recipe instructions written down here. So while I was there at Walmart, look at these cute mixing bowls I got. Okay, let's try this. So I'm supposed to be getting 1.5 cups of that cake flour that I had trouble finding. And you're probably gonna hear the boys whining throughout this video because anytime they see us in the kitchen now, they automatically think that, oh hey, they're making another batch of my food for me. If you haven't watched that video, link is in the description, as well as in the little iCard thing above. Oh my goodness. Okay, 1.5 cup cake flour. Then we need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I already know I'm gonna destroy this kitchen in the process of doing this. Baking powder. Making sure I don't have baking soda, because that would be something I'd do and I'd have to start all over. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
I know I have regular salt in here somewhere. Right now all I'm finding is coarse sea salt, and I'm just imagining that's not going to go well. Oh my goodness. Okay, really an ingredient as simple as salt, and I can't find regular salt. Guess we're gonna grind really finely. How this is gonna work, I don't know. Hey, this is actually kind of working. Okay, I'm not gonna fill it all the way up because I imagine that some got in the whatever. Alright, so separated the yolks. That went a lot better. Why do I only make a fool of myself on camera? I don't know. I've got the yolks and 3/4 cup of sugar in this bowl that I'm about to mix up. And then I've got egg whites and something else that I'm gonna put in here in a second. You can't see that really, but yeah. I don't know how well this is gonna combine in her video. She made it look easy, and it's supposed to be a pale yellow color when it's all said and done. We'll see. It's not a pale yellow, it's just like yellow, but it's actually combining a lot better than I thought it was going to. Then it says I'm supposed to add a 1/4 cup of sugar to the egg whites, and then beat it for about 6 minutes. Okay, this has not been so successful. It was supposed to take 6 minutes of beating, and it looked nothing like hers in the video, and then I did 10 minutes. So I'm like, this is what it turned out as. It still looks super, super like runny, but I'm just gonna go with it because I'm like, I think that I'm gonna do more damage if I just try and keep doing it. So if you know actually how to do this part, please comment below and let me know. So what I'm going to do now is mix in that pale-ish yellow yolk along with a cup of milk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then I'm going to fold in the egg white mixture, and hopefully it's gonna be pretty fluffy batter. Okay, this is what it's looking like before I add the egg white mixture, and now it looks too runny, and oh my goodness guys, this is a very tough recipe. Like, what did I get myself into? Okay, it's funny, Austin actually just called on his lunch break. That's how the batter turned out. It doesn't look too bad. Pretty fluffy. I had to add a little bit more flour to it so that way it wouldn't be so runny. Hopefully that'll be okay. Sometimes I know you can get that floury mix flavor in it. I don't know, guys. And then buttered my pretty little pan there. And yeah, about to stick this guy in the oven. Things might be looking up, guys. Possibly. The cake just came out of the oven, and after 30 minutes, I checked it and it was still kind of gooey, like right in the middle of it. So I put it back in for another 5 minutes, and it came out, and it smells amazing, and it's all like pretty and golden on top. Had some air bubbles that has not made it look too awesome, but it's gonna be covered by some homemade whipped cream that I hope goes better than trying to make those whipped egg whites, because like I said a second ago, I was like, hey, I might just be making more damage by continuously beating it. And yeah, the eggs did separate, but I think it all is gonna work out okay. Watch out, little bit. It's a cake from scratch. For a tres leches cake, it's pretty much a cake that has milk inside, like the batter, and then you use evaporated milk and condensed milk, and combine that with heavy whipping cream and some vanilla and make it into what she called a syrup in the video, but it's pretty much just like a milk mixture that we're gonna let that cool. We're gonna poke some holes in it, pour the mixture on top of it, and let it all soak in there and get all like nice and extra cold. And then you put the whipped cream on top with some strawberries. I'm gonna try to spell out happy birthday in like diced strawberries or something. We'll see. I don't know. So yeah, just looks like milk. But again, it's heavy whipping cream, condensed milk, evaporated milk, and vanilla. Alright, so somewhere along the way something went wrong. I don't know what happened, guys. Like the right firmness and everything like that. Once it came out and sat out for a little bit, then it got like soggy on its own. So we're just gonna go with it. I don't know what's going on with this recipe. I don't know what I did. So let's poke some holes in it. What is this? Come on. Guys, pouring milk onto a cake is kind of a nerve-wracking thing. You're like, well, here it all goes. It's actually kind of soaking it up faster than I thought it was going to. That was all of it, and Austin is on his last break now, so I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all absorbed. Okay guys, we are almost at the end of this process. Then it's been a 5-hour long day. So we're on to the last step, the scariest step in my opinion, based off of how that went earlier for me, trying to whip it all up. Time to make homemade whipped cream, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and 1/3 cup sugar. And I'm gonna let this bad boy whip it up for 10 minutes and hope that it turns into whipped cream. Alright, so, I'm actually really excited about how this turned out. And look at this, guys. That's whipped cream. The one thing from this recipe that went according to plan. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it on top of the cake. So it soaked up the majority of it. I did take a little bit out and put it back into a bowl, but this looks pretty normal, and it will be really, really moist. Maybe too moist, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone with the smaller can of the evaporated. There you go, so now you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I should have gone with the smaller can of the condensed milk and evaporated milk, but you know, they weren't specific, so we're just kind of going with it. Alright, let's try to put this on here. I thought I had an offset spatula. Of course I don't. It did make quite a bit of whipped cream, which you want it to have a pretty thick layer of the whipped cream on top of the cake. By the way, I had a student before that had made a tres leches cake for one of our classroom celebrations, and she did so good at it that one year I had her make a tres leches cake for Austin's birthday, and I paid her for it. So yeah, shout out to Faith Ritchie if you watch my channel. I miss your tres leches cake, and I hope you've enjoyed how much I have struggled making this. Maybe it would have been better to have an actual handle. Whatever, we're this far into it. If it turns into finger painting with the whipped cream, okay. Okay. Let's see if I can spell out happy birthday. Oh, and almost dropped it. Not a good start. Oh, guys, I just worked so hard to make this perfect, and here I am about to mess it all up again. goodness. Okay, guys, I think we just crossed the finish line. I feel like it turned out not bad. So I just showed him his happy B-Day birthday cake, and yeah, I was like, you gotta show our viewers what you think of it. And I told him, please be honest. If it turns out bad, yeah, there was a few fails today, so.
Look, fine.
Why?
She cut a whole bunch of strawberries and did her mise en place to spell out happy birthday. Who does that, right? Anyways, so let's go for a bite, guys. Let's bring it on in.
The chair was like, me.
The flavor is spot on, 100% spot on. The consistency is not so much. It's a little bit chewier than what I remember from a Tres Leches cake. But let me tell you, it's like the flavor is amazing. First off, y'all, she just told me I had no idea how hard it is to make a Tres Leches cake. First of all, I've never baked a cake to begin with. And the fact that she told me it took her so long to make this cake, she had to use 3 different batters and then mix it all together and then make everything from scratch. This is the best cake on this earth. And honestly, I'm thinking about like freezing half of it and then just partitioning it, like, you know, taking out partial bits of it each year on my birthday to remember this exact cake. This is the best cake. You should be here. This is the best cake. The flavor could not be any better.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, love. I love you.
Bye, guys. As always, please remember to subscribe and like this video and join us on our crazy journeys, like me deciding to make a very, very difficult cake from scratch in one day.